guess what day it is. It's leg day. So, like I said, we are doing a new program today. Started yesterday. We did shoulders and back yesterday. Well, I did shoulders and back. When I say we, I'm talking about me and Mladen, because we started this new program together. He's in St. Louis, Missouri, but I'm in Orange County, California. So today, legs. Today's more of a hypertrophy type day. Rep ranges in the more classical bodybuilding type sense, and lower rest. A little bit higher intensity here. Tempo is going to be something that I'm going to kind of focus on, not totally focus on and get overbearing with it, but I am going to focus a little bit on tempo, and that's the slower portion, the negative portion of the lift. And then basically next day is chest and arms, and then take a day off. Then I got my upper power and my lower power day, and I cannot wait to get to those days. So heading in right now to Gold's Gym and gonna hit it. So to be continued here shortly. All right, guys, so here we are on leg hypertrophy day. Here is my pre-workout supplementation that I take every day. I would never do anything differently. That's Valor, made by IG Fit Life Supplements. The reason I take it, honestly, is because I was just tired of making my own pre-workout, which was BCAAs, 5 grams of BCAAs, 5 grams of creatine, 3 grams of beta-alanine, a little bit of caffeine. And that's exactly what's in this product. I mean, it's honestly the best, cleanest pre-workout on the market. It doesn't hide behind any proprietary blends, and it actually gives you what you need to get optimal results in the gym and to perform optimally while you're in the gym. So anyways, leg day hypertrophy. So here we are warming up. I'm doing a back squat right here for warm up, but first movement is actually going to be a front squat. So here we are again, warming up using 135 for a back squat. But honestly, like I said, it's just a warm up because I'm actually going to be doing a front squat. Was feeling pretty good this day. I was basically on a program before this to where I was hitting legs once every 6 to 7 days. So this was actually helping out a lot because now that I'm going to have more frequency throughout the week, I'm going to be a lot stronger because I've been running less of it. So. So I normally try to keep this belt on when I'm doing front squat, or I normally try not to keep a belt on doing front squats actually. But I kept this belt on today because my lower back was a little tender this day. I don't know what I did. I killed back the day before, so imagine I just kind of got my lower back kind of sore. So I normally don't like to use a belt all that much, but I'm going to start using a belt a lot more because I am going to be going a lot heavier, and it'll actually keep alignment with the spine when you push your abdomen out towards the belt, and that's what you want to do whenever you have that belt on. It helps create stability in the core and actually helps create alignment and stability in the lower back. So once again, we're doing a front squat, and we're doing a rep range of 6 to 10 here. So I was feeling really good here, 185. I probably could have went a little heavier, but once again, we're trying to stick to that 70% of our 1 rep max. And I'm just kind of guesstimating my 1 rep max right now. Alright guys, so we're going to go on to lunges. Lunges, we are doing 3 sets of 12 to 15, trying to stay close to the 45-second rest range. If you have to do a minute, then do a minute. I kind of sped these up for you guys because it takes so long just to lunge all the way down and all the way back. So I do speed this up a little bit for you here, guys, so that way it doesn't get so boring. Because, I mean, this is a longer workout. You know, legs are a little bit longer. Here we go, going into the next set. It's important to focus on the lunge as if it's a one-legged squat, guys. Essentially, that's what it is. So you don't want to step out too far, but at the same time, you don't want to step out too narrow as well. So lunges are something that you literally need to practice, I'm telling you. And a lot of people don't do lunges because they're a lot harder. To be honest with you, they are a lot harder. It's a unilateral movement, you know, with one leg, and you want to drive the heel into the ground and almost pulling as you're pushing at the same time. You know, utilizing that glute, turning that glute on. A lot of people, you know, think that you have to sit back. It's okay to let the body kind of come forward. That's the natural movement of the spine. That's the natural alignment, is if you were to you know, squat down. So here we are, we're on to leg press. We're doing 3 sets of 8 to 12. Once again, 45 to 60 second rest. On these muscle building hypertrophy days, we're trying to keep our rests, you know, minimized. Yeah, so we're gonna go, you know, at a range of weight to where we're able to get a full contraction and a full extension of the working muscle. Remember that the balls to the wall super heavy, those are on our power and strength days. So you're more trying to sit in that range of, like, you know, 65%, maybe 55 to 65% of your 1 rep max on everything. So feeling pretty good with these. I really like this leg press because it's more vertical. I had to add a little bit of weight here. Once again, guys, every machine is different, and you know, on some leg presses I can load up, you know, over the 1,000-pound range, and other leg presses, depending on how vertical it is, you know, I stay in the 600 to 800 range. It's really depending on, you know, how much of an angle that leg press is. So you just got to kind of play with it. But I would suggest when you start on one leg press, try to stay using that leg press. Otherwise, when you go into another gym, it's going to be completely different. So once again, 3 sets here, guys. And I'm really liking the swoop, the separation between my hamstring and my quad. I don't know if you guys know, but for those of you guys that have maybe known me a while, legs have always been something that's been extremely hard for me to develop. I wasn't born with the best leg genetics. You know, I kill my calves all the time. It just never seem to grow. But every centimeter that I get, I'm so proud of. So, and I am proud of the gains I've gotten in my legs. So here we go, stiff-legged deads. Moving on here, we're going to be 3 sets of 8 to 12. Okay, once again, 45 to 60 seconds rest. You really, really, really want to keep that low back straight. You don't want to let it, you know, kind of hunch over at the end. And you want to pull with your hamstrings, guys. Okay? You want to force your feet out as if there's a slit in the ground as you're coming up. Oh yeah, my camera died there, so literally had to charge it and then go straight into seated leg curls. So here we go, seated leg curls. This is going to hit the hamstring region. I noticed I got to add a little bit more weight. Like I said, guys, this is the first week of the program. You're going to be playing with it. You're going to be playing with the weights a little bit. So it's important to keep track, though. You're going to be keeping track of your macro and micronutrients for your meals and for your nutrition, and you're also going to be keeping track of your weights, so that way you can track your volume. Remember that volume is literally the most directly correlated when it comes to muscle building and muscle growth. Okay, so volume would be at the top of the chart. Everything else is still important. Okay, tension is important, intensity is important, rest is important, drop sets are important, failure is important, but volume is king, guys. Okay, volume is at the top. All right, the rest is a trickle-down effect. Yes, it has its place and it has its time, but remember, volume is what we're striving for first, and the rest can come into play. Alright guys, so we're on to leg extension. It's going to be 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Once again, 45 to 60 second rest. I'm really trying to find a weight where I can keep a contraction on my quad. And as I'm coming down, it's kind of an advanced technique, but as I come down, I'm still keeping a contraction on my quad, but I'm almost flexing my hamstring as I come down as well. It's a really advanced technique, but it works really well with getting a full extension of the quad as well. Had to go up a little bit in weight. You want to keep on trying to add weight, guys, to where the point where, you know, it's extremely tough, but at the same time, you're still getting a full contraction and you're still getting a full extension of the working muscle. Okay, and once again, we're in that rep range of 8 to 12, and we're also playing with 55, you know, to 65%, maybe even up to 70 of our 1 rep max when we're in the hypertrophy days. Okay, so we're moving on to absolutely my worst part of my physique, which is my calves. And I've added a lot of volume into these leg days to try to build my calves up. So we are going to be doing a lot of calves in this. If you want to just cut your calf work to 3 sets, you can. But I'm really focusing on trying to build these calves. Once again, we want to try to find a weight where we're adding, or we're doing a full extension of the working muscle and a full contraction of the working muscle. Okay, we want to be able to move the weight. If it's barely being able to move, we're not getting a full contraction. We're not having our satellite cells turn on. We're not, you know, turning on the proper musculature. Okay, that can cause imbalances and it can cause problems throughout the body. Don't do that. All right, find a weight where you get a full extension and a full contraction of that working muscle while keeping tension, but able to get the most volume out of it as you can. And remember, guys, volume is reps times sets times weight. And every single exercise you do, you should be adding up the volume of the totality of that whole exercise. So reps times sets times weight. And every week, we need to be going up in volume, except for when we have a deload week, where we will drop the volume a little bit. And that just kind of gives our body a chance to kind of, you know, revamp a little bit, build back some of the connective tissues, tendons, joints, ligaments, and other connective tissues. So here we go into standing Cabarets. We got 5 sets of 15 to 20. Okay, once again, we're keeping our rep range really, or our rest range here really low. I think I was only resting 30 seconds here. Yeah, my legs are starting to be toast. Everything's starting to get toast right now. Especially on these hypertrophy guys, these hypertrophy days, guys, keeping the rest low. Man, you're gonna have some, you know, byproduct and waste product of those actin and myosin filaments tearing, and it's just gonna blow your legs up, man. You're just gonna have a pump like no other. And that's another thing too, guys. If I'm aiming for 20 reps and it's getting to be the point of my last couple exercises, I will take those to failure, and then I will also do a couple rest pause sets, basically where I rest for, you know, 3 to 5 seconds, then go back on and get a few more reps just for a little bit more volume. Now I won't do that every set. If I do that every set, it's going to affect my next set, where if I'm trying to get 10 reps and I went balls to the wall in the set previously, I won't be able to get 10 reps. I'll only be able to get like 8 or 6. Okay, so use failure to your advantage. I only normally do failure on the last set of each exercise, or sometimes the last set of every other exercise, or the last set of the last exercise for that particular muscle group that I will be hitting last for the day. So yeah, they're really burning here, guys, really burning. Well, you just got to keep going. Once again, those are those rest pause sets. I'm really trying to hit these puppies hard because I need these calves to grow. If I can get my legs and calves to grow, I feel like my physique will be a little bit more complete. It'll never be a totality. It'll never be completely done because I'm always evolving, I'm always developing, and I'm always looking to get better, but it will help start the complete physique. We just finished leg day. Love this gym, man. I love this gym here. Santa Ana Gold. Look at all these foam rollers, man. Little foam roll rack, bags, everything. Love it. So do a little stretching now, a little foam rolling. So. All right, guys. So here I am doing some mobility, flexibility work on the foam roller. What it does is it kind of breaks up the adhesions and the knots within the myofibrils and the sacromeres, and it kind of just breaks those up almost as if you're massaging that area. It's kind of the same ideology. It really helps with mobility and flexibility, and it really helps with increasing, satellite cell recruitment when you're actually working out. So that way that muscle can be more apt to turn on when you need it. As you can see, I sped it up here, guys. Otherwise, I spend a good 10 to 12 minutes doing this at the end of every leg workout. Plus, I do some actual, static stretching, which I'm doing here. I'll even do some proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, which is where I am flexing the opposing muscle group as I'm stretching the other muscle. I can go into that later. That's a little bit more in depth right now than what I need to do. With all these static stretches, you can add these to your routine, guys. And I will do a video blog solely on foam rolling and mobility. And there are a lot of other things you can do. So, leg day done. I want these puppies to grow. See what we're weighing. Ooh, we're up about a pound already. It's 182.3 or 183.2, I think. Up about a pound one day. 3,500 calories, 260 grams of protein, 352 of carbs, and 117 fat, I believe. Somewhere around there. I don't know. I'd have to check my macros, but it's close. Alright, we gotta keep it going. Alright, guys. Day 2 of MZ Fat is what we named it. MZ Fat. Like I said, it's a modified version of fat. So we basically, it's pretty obvious what it stands for. I'm Aladdin, Zach, Fat. I have to lose my camera here. Sorry. Anyways, so today we hit leg hypertrophy. Started out with front squats instead of back squats. Back squats will be on our power day. Front squats, we're looking to go 70% of a 1 rep max. Then we went on to some auxiliary lifts directly after that. Had some leg press, some lunges, stiff leg deads, leg curl, leg extension, and then calves. So overall, it's a really good day. I'm still kind of playing around with trying to find my 70% of my 1 rep maxes. I'm just kind of guesstimating. So a lot of the times I was like trying to, I was starting off with one weight and then realizing I can go up, and then, but that's all right. You either get in an extra set, add a little extra volume, and make sure you're tracking this, guys. For those of you guys that are going to start it, make sure you're tracking how you're doing. Track your volume, okay? And your volume is your reps times weight times sets. Okay, so reps times weight times sets. You want to try to better your volume next time that you go back to do that workout. So after we get through a whole month, when we come back to this 6x6 cycle, your volume should go up or your weight should increase. Always trying to get more volume, okay? And I'm gonna go into that more in detail as time comes. But like I said, it was a really good day today. I felt really good. My nutrition was on point yesterday. It's literally the first time that my nutrition has been on point like that. I mean, I've always been, 85, 90%. In my mind, probably more like lately, it's been more like 60% of what I normally do. But yesterday was on point, man. I didn't miss a single macro. Didn't miss a single micro. My water intake was high. My fiber was high. And I felt the reward today for my leg day. So you'll notice that if you have a bad day as far as, you know, nutrition goes, the next day you're probably gonna feel it, or the next 2 days. So, you know, try to stay on point with that, guys. I really am excited, like I said, to get some of you guys on this. I know you guys are gonna have tons of questions, I'm sure, as far as, you know, how to do the program. You know, email me, Zach@ZachShear.com. That's Zach, Z-A-C-H, at ZachShear, ZachScheer.com. Just email me your questions and let me know, you know, what questions you have, and I'll answer them the most efficient way that I can. If I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know it, you know, but I'll try to shoot you in the right direction to find the answer, or I'll look for the answer for you. So it was a good day. Just got my Chipotle. The reason I do Chipotle the past 2 days, normally I won't do that, but it's literally right outside the gym. As soon as I walk out of Gold's, it's right there. It's a really easy way to get my macros in, especially post-workout. It fits really well into my macros. So, all right, well, I'm gonna head home. Got a few things to do for my site. Got a few things to do with the girlfriend. A few things to do around the apartment. Got some things going on. So I'm looking forward to killing it again tomorrow. Chest and arms. Chest and arms, that's my favorite. Everybody's favorite. But what I'm really looking to put some size on my legs, man. Like I'm not gonna mess around with my legs anymore. Like I always work hard, yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna push my legs to the absolute limit, to the point where I can't walk. Today, my hamstrings were so full of blood. They're so full of, you know, the byproduct of those, you know, healthy micro tears, the actin and myosin filaments. So full of that byproduct that literally, man, I literally couldn't walk at some point. Like they were just burning so bad. So at the end, I had to do a little stretch and a little foam roll and make sure that I'm taking care of those hammies, taking care of those glutes. So, but like I said, man, this is gonna be an 8-week challenge, man, and I'm gonna see how much I can gain. I've already gained literally almost a pound, 0.8. Yeah, it's probably a little water. So what? I'm gonna continue to watch that scale grow. That's the most important thing. So I gotta go home. Get my BCAAs in, get my 3 grams of beta-alanine in, my 5 grams of creatine, and you know, that can actually be done through Valor if I want to. I can take Valor pre and Valor post if I want to, but I try to save my Valor because shit's like gold. So most of the time I just head home and throw in a little beta-alanine, a little creatine, and BCAAs into a shake, or into a little BCAA shake, and call it a day. So all right, that's all I got for you guys right now. I'll get a little bit more stuff later for you. So, all right, see ya. Oh, just talking to Mladen a little bit about a few other things as far as like the program goes and stuff. Like we're just kind of talking and chatting a little bit. And basically, another thing that we need to think about putting in is some digestive enzymes. You can get some digestive enzymes like through like yogurt, sauerkraut, or you can just buy digestive enzymes. But I mean, dude, there's so much in Greek yogurt, it's not even funny. So I think yogurt would be a really good one to get a hold of, because remember, you can take in all the macros you want, but if you can't digest it, there's really no point. So you gotta make sure that you're digesting what you take in, otherwise there's really no point taking in so much, so you just shit it out. So make sure, it's not necessarily what you take in, it's what your body can digest is what I'm trying to say. So we want to make sure that we're digesting all the macros that we're taking in. So just wanted to shout that out real quick. I'm just heading back to my apartment right now. Dude, I love this place. I love this new place that I moved into. It's just so freaking awesome. It's like a fucking resort, dude. They got like They got like stores and Starbucks here. And they got like a grocery store. They got everything, man. 3 gyms on location, of course. They ain't got any fucking squat racks or any free weights, barely. So, all right, see ya.